Hello everyone, hope everybody's doing great today. Appreciate those who watch this video. I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for those who subscribe. Thank you very much. Today we're talking about Dr. No. This is a James Bond movie or 007 movie, whatever you want to call it, like in that area. So like the very first James Bond movie that I ever remember watching was a Timothy Dalton movie. I don't know which one it was. He's only made two, right? But I know it's the one where he's on an airplane. And I think like the back gate's open and he's trying to falling out, something like that. I don't know which Bond movie that is because I haven't seen it in probably since I watched it back in the 80s. My wife's a big James Bond movie fan. She's seen, she likes Roger Moore and Pierce Brosnan. I think she's more of a Pierce Brosnan fan than a Roger Moore. But those are her two favorites. I don't know if I really have a favorite James Bond guy. Just watch the movies, you know. Just whatever. But yeah, of course. But I do remember back when I was in like 8th grade, back in middle school, a little story here before I get into this movie. Our teacher, I guess there was like a big James Bond marathon on TBS, so he like recorded all these James Bond movies. So my Woods class was watching James Bond and doing Woods projects. That was what James Bond was. That's my James Bond story, and I'm sticking to it. So let's get into Dr. No. Stars Sean Connery, which I think might be, I don't know about today's world, but I know at one time I think he was probably the most popular James Bond out there. Every reason I say I don't know about now is because maybe a lot of his fans have passed away. I don't know. But anyways, let's get into Dr. No. Dr. No is a little bit more serious James Bond movie than some of the ones that would come out a little later. That's more realistic, I guess you could say, than a lot of the ones that follow it. And then so I haven't seen I've seen all of Sean Connery's James Bond movies, and for what I remember, because it's been a long time. For what I remember, the more they play out, it's like more of a parody of James Bond they become, the more crazier and wilder Sean Connery's James Bond movies become. It wasn't very hard for Mike Myers to do a parody of James Bond with his Austin Powers movies. Sorry, my throat's going. It's like my 8th or 9th video I've done today. But I just feel like the more that he's done, like the later ones become more of a parody. But Dr. No is like a more serious James Bond movie, more realistic. I like how they established that the little things to make him look like a great spy, such as when he goes into his hotel room, he puts the hair onto like a cabinet so he can tell somebody, or is it a hair or a string or something, so when they open it he can tell if somebody's been in the room or not. So they do like a lot of little stuff like that in this movie to establish why he's such a great spy, a great agent for the British government, and why he's still alive while some of his people might be while some of his friends are dying. So I like how they put that little detail in there, what makes him a great spy. I think they did a very good job. Just got some very good scenes in here, like the car chase. I thought it was very interesting done, and probably for that time period was very high tech and special. Like he's getting chased by a car, but at times you can tell it's just like he's in a studio and there's a screen behind him. But they choreographed it like very well, where and it's a little messy, okay? It's not perfect, but like you can tell that there's a screen behind him, but they go from that to I don't know, the live action part of it as well, where the on-site chase, I should say, the on-site car chase, you see it there, so they kind of cut it where you see the on-site car chase, and then the part where he's in the studio. And you see, you can tell there's a screen behind him. I like how they've kind of rotated that back and forth, edited that back and forth. Looked pretty good. Not terrific. Like I said, it's a little fault. You can actually tell part of it's in the studio and stuff like that. But I thought they choreographed the two cuts pretty well and timed them pretty well together. Sliced them together really looked good. Like all James Bond movies, this really established that they go to different lavishing, beautiful locations, to the Bahamas in this case. And that island looks gorgeous. And the ocean looks really great. And then you have the ridiculous, extravagant, dangerous boss layer, evil layer. In this case, Dr. No. You got all this like in a cave, but it has all this high technology in there. Very well done. Of course, you got the good Bond girl, the first Bond girl. Very pretty, very gorgeous. Overall, I did enjoy Dr. No. I think it's a good movie. I would recommend it. If you're going to start, it's nobody's seen a James Bond movie, and this one's on TV. I definitely would introduce Dr. No to him into the James Bond universe. Feel like it's pretty well directed and written, very well shot as well, put together, and it's a reason why this one started off this great franchise of James Bond. Sean Connery does a great job portraying the character. I will say though, like I said, his later James Bond movies come more of a parody, like more ridiculous as they go along. But this one's more grounded for a movie. Liked it. And I'm going to try to review all the James Bond movies in order. I own most of them. I don't own the last 2 or 3 with Daniel Craig. And then there's that 1980s Sean Connery movie. I don't own that one either, so I might have to skip that one and then try to find another one somehow. Anyways, what do you guys think of James Bond? What do you think of Sean Connery? Is he your favorite Bond? Who is your favorite James Bond? What do you think of Dr. No? Is it the best of the James Bonds? I haven't seen all of them. I don't remember all of them. So right now, 1 for 1, it's the best one I've seen here in the last few years. Have a great day, and hopefully you'll check me out some other time. Bye.